Hi, folks. That's Beth over there. We don't have to look at her hands tonight. We're going to actually look at Beth. And
Hey,
that
excitement.
other contraption, that's Jenifer spinning away, spinning silk. We're gonna.
This is merino and tencel and stuff. It's not silk yet.
Oh, we're gonna see silk. So
Yeah.
Jennifer's gonna show us some spinning tonight. So that'll be fun. She's got it. She's just gonna sit there and spin all night and show us how it's done and what goes into it. So that'll be fun. So yay. Um, People are joining here. Thanks to everybody for joining.
Mm-hmm.
Really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. Um, yeah, no drawing tonight. This is what we call a Gary zero effort show. I showed up. I showed up.
You're here. That's the important part, right?
That's right. No drawing. No bunch of lists of stuff coming up. Nothing. Just Merry Christmas, and we're gonna do a show. So we've got. Well, before I start showing stuff, get a few more people here, but I got some pictures I want to show that have come in, and so I just got 4 or 5 photos, and well now we can start. Teal's here, so
Yeah. All
and
right.
Ivy. All
All
right,
right.
Ivy's here now. We really can start. All right, we're underway now. It's so warm here. I really wanted to. It's still 70 degrees outside, and
Mm-hmm.
if Beth has to bolt, if Beth disappears, that's because there's a big storm coming through. And if it gets here early, Beth's going to have to run to the basement probably. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not staying up here doing
no,
a
because
show.
that's they're already squawking about tornadoes. So
Yeah.
it's
Not
not
good.
something we get in December around these parts. But yeah, heat up that planet, and we'll get more of it. Um, okay, well, we'll let people join, and then they can catch up later. But I wanted to show, just have some photos here that I wanted to show. Um, this
Oh,
one.
nice.
This is a Ronnie Rowe, Linda Micheloni. I hope I have that right. Linda sent this to me. Uh, she won this. When Ronnie Rowe was with us, this is what she selected from what he gave away, and so she just finished it here a couple weeks ago and sent me a photo
Wow.
of the Mount
That's
Rushmore, the Ronnie Rowe design. Very cool. And
nice.
then it was off to the framer, so it's at the framer now. But she sent a picture so we could see what she won and that she actually got it done. So that's pretty neat.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. I like his work. I really do. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. And then some people in the last couple 3 weeks have sent in photos that I could use with the Wednesday videos if I needed them. And a couple 3 stuck out for me. Cindy Russell, a couple of Cindy Russells, and you can see why this one jumped out at me. This is just,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
yeah, yeah, that's
That's
gorgeous work.
gorgeous. So what is that? Is that crotch stitch? What? That looks different. It's so raised up. What is
No,
that?
yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's not cross stitch.
Is
No.
that is that the Sardinian
It could be.
From Yvette Stanton? That's what kind of looks like to me. That's what I was thinking it might be. Does anyone know? Answer.
Yeah,
We'd
Cindy,
like
you
to
Yeah.
here?
know.
Yeah, yeah. It looks, yeah, looks like they're more like knots,
There. It's something different. Yeah.
but it's just gorgeous. Cause see it, yeah, it looks knotty. See that?
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe those are all knots. It's just got to be a stitch. Take you forever to make knots like that, but boy, she really did it well, didn't she?
It's beautiful. Just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one stood out. I'm assuming that thimble is gold, solid gold. That's what we're going with.
Solid
Yeah.
gold symbol. Symbol.
Yeah.
Symbol.
Yeah. That's what we're, or symbol, whichever.
Yeah, yeah.
Whichever. All right. And then the other one Cindy did. This one looks. I assume this is a Avlia, but it's gorgeous.
Ooh, pretty.
It
Hmm.
has to be Avlia. So yeah, she sent that. I thought that was beautifully staged on the wood with the flower and everything.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's what's nice about Leah's designs. They're so they just have that classic kind of look to them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. So that one stood out too. Really beautiful. And then Sharon Bruce sent in half dozen of them. All of her work is just gorgeous, every bit of it.
Oh, I
But
know.
but I love this. I love this stocking. All looks like one thread. What is that? Does it say? No. But she just does such. She's like a machine. Cranks them out like a machine. But it's beautiful work. And using that over dye, it really effective here. So I don't know if
yeah.
she finishes it herself or not, but whoever does that does a beautiful job too. We're going to say Sharon does, so she gets full credit for everything. How about
Right.
that? Yeah, we'll go with that. So that's those. And then Jenifer, tell us about this one because I think this is just the coolest thing.
Oh, that's one of those little Just Nan birds, and it's the cardinal. And my friend Nancy gave me a few of the Just Nan kits, and they were birds, and she had two cardinal ones. So I was like, well, I don't need two cardinals. So I immediately came home when she gave them to me, and I started doing one, and knew I was going to give it to her for Christmas, which I did yesterday.
I bet she loved it.
Oh yeah, she was so surprised. She was like, "Oh my gosh, look how cute! It's a little bird." She was really happy. Because
Oh
she
yeah.
bought them because she liked them and wanted them, but then she never stitched them, and then she's kind of giving away stuff that she's like, I'm just never going to do that. So I'd rather somebody else do it.
Well, it's very cool that you did it. Yeah, because you're right. You buy that at one point or another. You wanted to do it, and
Yeah.
you don't get to it. So now she has it. Yeah, that's really
Yep.
great that you did that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and then that pin cushion under there, that's mine. I got it from Michelle at Tamari, and Nancy has one too, but I think she might have gotten a blue one.
Oh.
But I picked red. But so I kept the pin cushion because it's mine. But it was a great little stand, And that's
Right.
one, those double-sided cross-stitch needles?
Yeah.
That's what that little pin is in there.
Oh, I see it.
Oh.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the eye right there. Oh, okay.
Yep. I don't like those things, but I have some because I tried them. The problem is with those is the stitching shaft is too long. They needed to make it much shorter, so the
Oh.
needle isn't so ginormous in your hand. They're too long.
Oh.
Mm.
I've never tried one.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But look how handy it came in for like 5 minutes.
She found use for it. Yeah. It's just very cool. And a really cool presentation too. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't it cute?
Yeah.
Really neat. Yep. Yeah, I think that's just a great gift. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was really happy. She was
Yep.
surprised. She's like, "Oh,
Oh yeah. Perfect.
That's good. All right,
Oh,
we'll get.
Peanut,
I'll get to Sophie in a minute.
what?" She's over here snoring on the floor
Oh, okay. We'll get to Sophie
in her
in a
bed.
minute. Yeah. So.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah. My cat's behind me. He's decided that he would let me share the edge of the chair with him. Which
Well,
was
that's
so
really
sweet.
decent.
Ah,
That's really decent. So those of you who have joined here just in the last couple minutes, Jenifer is going to show us spinning tonight. That's Jenifer on the left spinning away. So she's going to give us a nickel tour of spinning in a few minutes. So that's looking forward to that. I have questions. I have lots of questions. So,
oh boy.
so if you listen to the podcast today that Beth and I did, you heard most of this, but if you haven't had a chance, this is our last. Today's podcast was the last podcast, a new one, until January 5th. We'll be back Wednesday, January 5th, with a podcast and with a stitch hour. And then this is the last stitch hour until January 5th. So taking a break. And I was thinking today, I really need a break. And then I was looking back on the past year, and I thought, geez, Margaret and I moved, and I got sick, and
Right.
it's been more than just a normal year. No wonder I want to just stop for a little bit. So, tonight is the last one now till January 5th, and then we'll be back with that, and we're back to our regular schedule. But just going to take a break. Really, probably, I'm planning on just going quiet. I'm going to sit here and watch movies and stitch. Movies, football, and stitching is the plan.
You have a list of movies?
Oh, I've been
Is it
storing
all
them.
the
I've been tagging them. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
okay? All the Die Hard
Yep.
because that's a Christmas movie.
Oh, I've got a
That's what
whole
I've been
rack of
told.
murder and mayhem movies. You bet. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Line them
perfect.
up, shoot them up. Let's go. Yep. But I did a couple of things I wanted to say here as we do the last one in the year is a huge thanks to all of our sponsors.
Hmm.
And please support the sponsors because this stuff doesn't happen without them. Trust me.
Right.
The cost anymore is too high. Just can't do it out of my pocket. So without these sponsors purchasing sponsorships, this just does not happen. It would all come to a halt. But so please support them. EGA, become a member if you're not. But EGA, check out their classes and so on and so forth. And then Sassy Jack Stitchery, Kim has supported us from day one, and she's got now working on getting into her new shop. So Sassy Jack Stitchery, Krista West at Avlia Mediterranean Folk Embroidery. We've had her on 2 or 3 times, and we just saw a piece of hers and several things. She's always giving us stuff to give away. So huge thanks to her. Our newest sponsor, Stitchville USA, Deb at Stitchville, please, and mention Fiber Talk if you buy things from these people. Uh, Please mention that you heard about them on Fiber Talk. So Stitchville has been sponsoring here in the last couple months. Gene Lee at the Attic, and we did a number of shows there in Arizona, and Gene has just always been a tremendous supporter. So we appreciate that. And then of course Kathy Ray at Needle in a Haystack, doing the Stitch Hour. I mean, that's just surely out of the kindness of her heart and time and sharing all of her knowledge. And she sponsored some things and on and on and on. So those people are what keep this going, and really appreciate it. And then, of course, the other part of it, as you see on the screen, without Beth and Jenifer and Cindy and Debbie, this just is no fun. It's just me yakking, and that would really get old in a hurry. So huge thanks to all four, because the Wednesday shows are so much more fun with you guys, and then doing these things, and of course all the ideas and suggestions and enabling that we do amongst us. Yeah,
Yes.
maybe that part's not so good. I don't know. But huge thanks to you guys, because it's a lot of time that you put in and commitment, and Beth going to the EGA thing with me there, and that was hard work. We had a great time, but it was still hard work. So thanks to you guys for all that you do too. And then of course, the audience, all the people who listen to the podcast, the thousands of people who listen to the podcast, you folks who show up here every Wednesday night. I really appreciate you doing that, and the support and all the kind words. I don't respond to a lot of them, and I don't take that personally. I just don't get to the stuff. But really, I read them all. I appreciate it. We all read them all. We share them.
Mhm.
Really appreciate all the people who are here all the time supporting and telling others about Fiber Talk. So thanks to everyone, and yeah, just really appreciate all the factors that come together to make this happen. So yeah, appreciate it. All right, let's have some spinning.
Woohoo!
I think we'll have some spinning. I'm going to put you on full screen here, Jenifer.
All right.
So all right, so just a minute here. Make sure nobody's muted. All right, we're good. Okay, so
Okay.
give us the nickel tour. Fill us in.
All right. So what I'm doing right now is spinning on my Kromsky Minstrel. I've named her Minnie. People like to name their spinning wheels. And well, I don't know. Where am I starting?
Well, all right. Start
So I've
with
been
the start
spinning.
with
This
this.
is a
Start with the spinning wheel. Tell us. You have a spinning wheel, but what does that mean?
okay. So I'm kind of breaking up there. It's maybe a little bit better. So here's my spinning wheel. It's a Kromsky minstrel. It's a castle style, which means it stands up, like it's a double treadle, which means it has 2 footies.
And that means you can go faster?
Well, it just means you don't wear out one foot. And it makes a little bit more of an even.
Okay,
It's true.
I'll buy that. I'll buy that.
Sure.
And it makes more of an even pull to the wheel.
Oh,
Because
okay.
if you just do one, even like right now, one side's squeaking, and so I'm only using one foot, and I have to push harder, and it goes woo woo woo.
Okay, right.
Whereas if I'm
Got the
using 2, it
physics
just
going
goes.
there.
Oh,
You know,
okay. Make those sounds
Yeah.
again, because those were excellent. No,
woo
Yeah.
don't make the sounds again. But
Make all the
yeah.
sounds.
Okay.
So yeah. So there's my wheel. I love it. I
Okay,
want
so
another
what
one.
does it do? I mean, obviously you turn your feet turn the big wheel, the big rudder wheel like on a ship. Then what is that
Yeah.
doing to the rest of it?
So over here is the drive band, which is just some twine stuff that I just tie on, and every now and then it wears out and I replace it. It's not a big deal. And it turns these, and this is the flyer, and the flyer turns round and round, and it sucks up the yarn through the hole, which I forgot what the hole's called.
Hole is good. We'll go with that.
Spinning hole, that. So it sucks it in. Otherwise, I do have a spindle wheel where it's just the spindle sticking out. So here, my spindle wheel is not functioning, so I didn't bring it up to show. But this
Okay.
is the spindle out of my spindle wheel, and I spun this years ago. I was spinning on my spindle wheel, and it made kind of a clunky noise. And Urian came downstairs one night, and he's like, okay, I will buy you a regular spinning wheel if you will just stop the clunking noise. So that's,
Nice.
but you can see this is merino, and I spun this very fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's still
very
on
sweet.
here because I don't know, I haven't figured out what to. But anyway, on a spindle wheel, the spindle goes round and round. Spindle turns round, and the yarn flicks off the tip here, and it spins, and then you have to stop and you have to manually wind it on.
Oh,
Whereas this does it for you.
okay.
So yeah.
Now here we got some questions here.
Okay.
Is it Josie? Is it wood or plastic? Which? You're gonna have to help us there, Josie.
The wheel is wood. The bobbins are wood. It's all wood except it's all wood.
Except that
So
that
this is some of
metal
that.
piece where the yarn goes in, that metal piece, that's highly polished. What,
Oh, that's
stainless?
metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to oil it. Here's my little bottle of oil. Did I freeze?
Oil what?
Yeah, you're freezing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have to oil your wheel.
Oh, okay.
So you have to oil here
Oh.
so that it rotates smoothly. This is leather.
Oh.
You have to oil your leather bits so they stay nice and supple. Then you have to oil these little junctions in the wheel here. Try not to move too fast. Right in here. You have to oil your wheel. You have to oil back here where the bars attach
Okay.
to the crank thing back there to spin. So you have to oil bits.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have to oil here, the little thing where your bobbin is. You have to oil here. So
All right. And
little
so you
bottle
had
of
that.
oil.
So that needle thing keeps you from getting oil everywhere. Then.
Well, yeah, it's a little precise applicator.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I
like
prefer the
Ballistol.
term needle thing, but if you want to go with precise applicator, go right ahead. Show off.
Yeah. I like to use Ballistol gun oil. You can also polish your wheel with it, the wood with it. It's really nice.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, what else?
All right. So you get this thing spinning, And then you're feeding the roving, that's called roving.
Yeah. So this one came in a bat. They call it a bat, BATT, and this is like a sliver bat because it's in a really skinny.
Uh-huh.
Other wool roving here. So here's a braid of wool roving, and this one is, where's the tag? This one is 80% merino, 20% tussa silk.
Okay.
So a lot of times it comes in these braids, and then you can pull. You can either, there are so many ways of prepping it. You can just spin it right off the braid. You can divide the braid in two. You can have it the way you divide it and make it do color change. I mean, there's so many ways you can do it.
And I assume roving is just like thread or yarn. There's a 5 billion different varieties, colors, dyes, quality,
Oh
everything
yeah,
else. Yeah, okay.
there's different dyers, hand dyers. This one's from, I can't tell who this one's from. It's got a thing over it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, whatever. That
Colorado.
so it's just another another rack of things you can have your favorites, and a new color
Oh
comes
yeah.
out and all kinds of things. Okay.
I mean, look at my closet.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That closet's full of fluff.
Oh, jeez. All right,
Full
I get
of
it.
fluff. This one's merino, camel, and silk.
Camel?
Oh, camel.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I have alpaca. I have Angora bunnies. I've got all kinds.
This is where I would do the joke about Beth dating alpaca, but I'm not going to do that joke. So, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So show it in action. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, so I have prepped my fiber.
Okay, you were showing before we started
Yeah.
the prepping. Yeah, there was more to it than just.
Okay, so
Here's
yeah,
my
so it
fiber.
came
Just
in the bat, right?
okay.
And then this bobbin, I spun this bobbin directly from the bat.
Okay.
And that's why it got the really distinct color changes.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with that was that this bat is made up of, the white stuff is wool, merino. Then it kind of opens, it's folded.
Mm-hmm.
The black stuff is like a bamboo fiber.
Oh.
The silvery stuff is Angelina.
Okay.
See it?
Oh, so
Gives
when
it
you're
And then the
sparkle.
pink is wool, right?
So when you spin straight off the thing, you're not getting a good mix of fibers then.
Right. And sometimes you had just only Angelina, which makes a really rough kind of. And then this black stuff, this bamboo, is very fine and cottony, so it's a different texture than the. So I decided to, on the second one, to blend it.
All right, wait,
Okay.
couple questions.
We do have
here.
a question. I was going to say, and I was
Yeah.
just waiting for a pause.
Go ahead.
Did you take any classes to learn to spin?
Took a class way back I was visiting Colorado, and I took a spindle class on how to spin on a spindle, a drop spindle.
Okay.
So this is a Turkish drop spindle because it's got the cross thingies. They usually look like this.
Hold it more away from you so you're more in the center of the screen, toward the
I got
there.
it.
Okay.
They usually look like that. And then this is a kind of more of a traditional type drop spindle.
Okay, now I can see this is a whole nother world. So then how do you make that
I know,
spin?
yeah.
How do you make that spin?
You hold it and you spin it with your hand.
Oh my.
Yeah, here.
It seems rather archaic.
Okay, and we do have
yeah.
another question. Have you ever done cat hair? spun cat hair?
No, all of my Persian cats passed away quite a few years ago before I started doing this.
I think Sandy's working on her stand-up routine there.
Yeah.
So then see, you just spin it and you draft out.
Oh, look at that.
So then you get to the end, like, however far you're going to go. Then you have to grab it and you have to wind it on your fingers
Oh, my
like
word.
that.
Oh, I just dropped my needle watching you.
And then you go over 2 and under 1 to make they call it a cop. And it's like a turtle or a turtle because it turns into like a turtle shape. You go over 2 and under 1.
Holy.
Okay, and then we have another question. Is that a Snyder, Jenifer? And I take it she's asking about this spindle.
This one I made myself. These are 2 pieces of
Of course
trim.
you did. Of course you
Right.
did.
These are 2 pieces of trim from my dad's garage and a dowel. And then hang on. And then the hook is just like one of those cup hooks that I
Yeah.
screwed in and bent. And what you do when you're done is you take this, you slide this off, and then you pull the 2 pieces out, and it's like a center pull ball. So it's
Oh,
ready to
okay.
either, if you want to knit singles or it's ready to ply.
Cool.
Oh,
So
that's
you're
nice.
just ready to go then.
Yeah, and then like here, I have a picture. So this is what it looks like when it's got a bunch on.
Oh,
And you see how it makes the cool pattern?
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Very neat. And Gary, they're saying yes, people do spin. Not working on their Sandy's not working on her stand-up routine. People do spin
Okay. So
with cat and dog.
literally collect cat hair and spin it. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And then
Undercoat, the undercoat.
this blankie
Oh.
was made with that same yarn that I just showed.
Oh,
This is
Wow.
Sophie's blankie for her bed. She sleeps under this blankie.
Huh.
wow.
Ta-da!
So that
Yeah.
that drop spindle then, that's something you can just take anywhere and spin.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I took it camping. Let's see.
Sit at the edge of
I
a
did.
cliff and just let it hang down.
Oh no, where's my camping?
Oh.
My wild berry grape camping fluff. So what I did with this one is I dyed it with Kool-Aid. See the Kool-Aid?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I dyed the fluff, and then you can see in the picture there, and that's where I made the spindle. See how I have my sandpaper and stuff? I made my spindle,
Right.
and I took it, we went camping.
You
Let's
just
see, do I have any of the good outdoor pictures? I don't.
oh.
I took really cool outdoor pictures, but there's the so there's the bally things, the turtles.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, I can see where they get the turtle name. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then this is what I made with it. It's like it's a crochet shawl type thing.
Very neat.
It's
Man.
hard to see. It keeps
Yeah.
moving weird.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Just
That's
oh,
better.
yeah. Oh yeah. Wow.
And that's dyed with Kool-Aid.
So that's pretty cool that you took roving, spun it, dyed it, and actually made something out of it. Oh man, that's cool.
Oh yeah. Then this, I know I'm frozen. Let me slow down and see if it'll. I sit still. There we go.
There we go.
So this this is hand spun, and I crocheted it, and I made this pattern up just whatever. It kind of more Christmassy looking. And then the red, the center part with the red, I held a strand of mohair from Knit Picks together with the yarn. Make it supposed to be kind of like poinsettias.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. That's so cool that you could do that.
So yeah, that's crochet.
Yes.
So fun.
All right.
And
So
then Sophie's
and here
sweater.
Okay.
That's hand spun. I spun that. And then you have that picture of the peanut wearing her sweater.
Yeah, let me see if I can flip over to that. Hang on just a second.
So Inherited Stitcher wanted to know, did you have a different one that was a Snyder drop spindle?
This one is a Shocked.
Okay. I'm showing Sophie right now, so all right.
I see.
All right.
Look
Okay.
at her
Oh,
giving
she
that
just
side
looks
eye. She's like,
adorable.
what you doing? Isn't she cute?
Adorable.
Okay, back to spinning. Okay.
This is a Shocked spindle.
Okay. See, this looks like something I don't need to get involved in because I could quickly see how quickly I would be sucked in to all sorts of stuff.
Oh, and then okay. Do you want to see
time out here, because now I have to say now that I know Sandy wasn't kidding, that she's actually saving the fur. That's got to take a while, but good reason to brush your cat.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I had Persians, I had 2 Persians. They shed a lot of fur. And if I had spun back then, I would have had a lot. But it was mostly like having a grayish color, it wasn't pretty. But you could have dyed it.
Yeah, but still Persian wool, right?
What? Fluff. It's not really wool if it doesn't come off a sheep, I don't think.
I'm going with that. I'm going with that.
Okay. So Inherited Stitcher said you had one that was like Turkish style with a fancy pole.
Yeah, this is a true Turkish spindle.
Oh, you got to start doing this, Beth, because then you can have all these gugas.
No. No. Oh, look at that. Oh, cool. That's neat.
Yeah.
No. No.
Oh, that's cool. So now it becomes a whole woodworker thing.
Oh yeah. So these, my Russian supported spindles. Fluff, behave. Hang on, my silk is attacking me. These are my Russian supported spindles. I got them from a woodworker guy in Colorado off of Etsy.
Yeah, that's cool. Now, you say Russian supported by what? Oh, look at that.
Oh, see, another dudette. See, you need to take up spinning. See, because it's got all the woodworking tool things. Gary kind of.
No.
Oh.
We got to get Mike. It's Mike's turn to start making this stuff, though. Imagine him making this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So then we're moving. So here, this is a, what do they call them? A Swift. So after you spin your yarn, you have your Lazy Kate. You put your bobbin on here.
Beth, you got to do this. Look at all the things you could get, Beth. Come on.
No.
Put it on. And then when you're done, you wind it on to your Lazy Kate. And this is purple heartwood.
Wow.
That's so pretty.
And this is a Mama, what is it called? This is a Mama Bear Plus from the Oregon Woodworkers at www.yarnswifts.com. I got this at one of the stitching events And the different holes have different lengths, and I wrote on the dowel where each hole is and how many inches.
Oh, I saw
I like,
Krista West did a video here just a week or so ago. She was making up skeins for kits, and it looked like she
yeah,
had one of those things.
yeah.
Okay, it's called a
Yeah,
lazy
not seen
Kate.
enough.
No, it's a yarn swift. The Lazy Kate's the other thing.
Oh, jeez, I can't keep
Yeah.
up.
See, okay, so the Swift, because that would be nice for some of the stuff that's like, yeah, that's in this huge
See,
hanks and you want to ball it or something, right? That's what you do
right.
with this. Okay, Inherited Stitchers wants to know, did you make your sweater, Jenifer?
No, I bought this. So see, I, I took this off the bobbin and put it on the Swift. But if I wanted to put it into a ball, I would have it on here, and then I have my ball winder, and you wind it, and it goes round and round and round really fast.
Oh,
Right, so it keeps it from knotting up. If you've ever had one of those
Yeah,
hanks of things that are,
you hope it keeps it from knotting up.
oh,
That's the goal.
so
okay.
this takes the place of your husband sitting across the room holding the. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he would never
Uh-huh.
have the patience, and he'd mess it up, and we'd have words. It wouldn't be good. So,
Yeah, there's only so
but
much
yeah,
we can make our
see,
poor husbands do, right? So, okay, so Angelina fiber, you spin it in with, because if it's spun by itself, it will
it's just
it'll
kind
be
of
too
nothing.
thin. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering about that because I've used it. We've done. I'm using my hand. But like we use with wool roving, where you punch it. But it's not punch needle. It's needle felting. I knew I'd think of the word.
Oh, right. I've done needle felting. So
Yeah.
this beautiful yarn at the fair a couple years ago won Judge's Special.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I don't
pretty.
even
What are you
care
gonna do
about
with?
yarn, and that's beautiful. Holy smokes.
So
Wow.
what are you gonna make with it?
I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
Well, okay. So what weight is that? Is it like a?
This is lace weight.
Oh, okay. All right. So you could
Some
make a
places
lacy
it's
shawl
better.
with it, or
Yeah, could.
okay.
I've been spinning a lot of lace weight lately because I've discovered that I like making. I'd rather stitch lace shawls or something. I don't know, and it's just fun.
Okay, so Sandy wants to know, can you spin sock yarn?
You could, but I don't know. I'm really
Oh,
happy with what comes from Knit Picks because my feet are very picky. They do not like yarn that is scratchy. So, and then see what you have to do is you have to wind it.
oh.
Look at
See,
you.
that
It's a
is
little
such a
messy, but
no, but I think that color is beautiful too.
isn't it
It's reading as
pretty?
kind of a purpley, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a rosy, dusky rose. The
Mm-hmm.
color is not showing very well in the picture.
That is
Hmm.
so pretty though. Wow.
Let's
Okay,
see
now,
what
now,
else.
all right. Now we're getting way off the spinning thing, but now I got to know what's sock yarn. What's so special about sock yarn?
It's soft and it's a certain diameter,
Oh, okay.
thickness, so that it all comes out even. But see, there's my fluff closet.
Jeez.
See,
Is that
see,
cedar? The closet?
I don't know. It's some sort of reclaimed wood. We got this in the Netherlands.
Oh, because I'm thinking you got to have that house fumigated about every 6 months. All the
No,
all the bug food you got in there. Jeez.
I have no bugs in my house. There's
No,
no bugs in there.
but yeah, I mean, do you have to worry about that?
Well, you got to think about it.
Yeah.
But I don't have any. And I check and I haven't had any, so I'm good.
Okay.
So then this is my silk.
Oh no.
That's your phone going on the floor.
Okay, stay. There we go. See, you have to talk to things, otherwise they just don't behave.
I know. Ah.
So this is the silk, and I'm spinning it super fine.
Oh, that's right. You're going to show us the hanky.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Okay.
is really fine. Wow.
Yeah,
It's
and with this
beautiful.
stuff, you pre-draft it to get the thickness you want. So see, I've kind of pre-pulled the fluff.
Okay.
It's even a little bit thick. But it comes like, where'd I put that? Oh, here it is. It comes like this. And it's called a silk hanky. And I think it's the outer part of the cocoons or something. The worm cocoons. And they've been opened up. And what you do is you grab a little edge and you pull it apart.
That stuff is pretty.
Now, because it's the outer side of the cocoon, is this the lower grade silk?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's not the good stuff.
All right.
It's kind of the... Does that even separate further? See, I even got too many. So it's very fussy. It sticks to everything. But then you have your hanky bit, right? And then you put your fingers in the middle. I froze. I'm moving too fast. Put your fingers in the middle and just pull out.
Whoa.
Oh.
And then you draft it out however thick you want your silk. And I'm spinning mine really fine, so I draft it out really thin. And then
Okay.
I also take times, if there's any little bumpy bits, I pick those out. Because I don't want bumpies in my spinning.
Okay, so where do you get the hankies?
I got Knix.
You what?
Or
Say
not
that
Knix,
again.
I got these at Webs. But lots of places sell them. These are by Frabjous Fibers. It's a company out of, I think, Vermont that dyes roving and hankies. And I bought them at Webs. So then here's my Russian supported spindle. And you spin it. It's not thin enough. Hold on. So you just give it a good spin and make sure it stays. And you pull out. And then you can kind of check the spin. Let's see. See it there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have to wind it. Let me get where my hands are in the right place. There we go. You have to wind it on.
Oh, so you do a chunk and then wind it on, then do a chunk more.
Right.
Chunk's a technical term in spinning language, Beth. I don't know if you knew
Yes.
that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for clarifying that
Yeah,
one.
just
A
trying to
chunk.
help you out. I'm just trying to help, Beth. That's all.
And then this
Yeah.
is some merino that I've spun.
Wow.
Super thin.
See, now that looks thin enough
And
to
then
get stitched.
I did a little sample because I wanted to see what it was going to look like. So I plied it together with the silk.
Okay.
I plied one silk and one merino together. And then this is a nitty knotty. It's another way of putting your yarn like that Swift. It's another method.
Okay.
So the Swift is one method, a nitty knotty is another. And this is a mini nitty knotty. They have some that are really big. And then what you do to take it off you have to do a figure 8 around the fiber. And tie it, because you have to secure it so it doesn't all come apart, you know? So scissors.
When you move eventually, Jennifer, you need to get a building in the backyard to do all this.
I know. We did
Yeah.
build a shed in the backyard, a 12 by 20 foot shed that was supposed to be my she shed,
Uh-huh.
but we don't have power out there. And it would have cost like a really ton of money to get power and tearing up the backyard and all that stuff. I was like, forget it.
She needs a different she shed with
Yeah.
electricity.
I know.
It's just a small trench with
But
conduit.
I do use it for my gardening because, I do garden too.
Yeah. It's just a small trench with a conduit to the place.
I know, but I have to mess up my whole yard.
Oh, it'll grow back.
And there's like pavers and stuff that we'd have to move. And
Oh.
But yeah.
all right, so then after you secure it, okay, so I've secured it here.
Mm-hmm.
So it won't unravel. Then you have to take it off. Oh, and there's my little loop-de where I secured it on.
Another
And
technical
then there's
term.
my yarn.
Look at that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Now it kind of needs, I need to soak it and dry it. I froze again.
Why do you need to do that? Why do you need to soak it and dry it?
Because it helps the fibers realign and get kind of in their natural state. And then it realigns them and they poof and fluff nice. It folds them. It makes it better. It brings the yarn to its true nature.
Okay.
Because all of the, wool has a memory and it springs back, which is why like wool stuff kind of will stretch out maybe, and then you wash it and it goes back to its normal state.
Mm-hmm. Huh.
So.
Well, Sharon says
so
Jenifer could raise.
Of silk.
Sharon says Jenifer could raise sheep.
We've thought
I was
about
thinking
that
the
too.
same thing.
I thought about getting alpacas.
Yeah.
Goats.
See, there you go.
Because he thinks goats are cute. So maybe Angora goats, because they're little and pretty.
Mm-hmm. I look forward to that story when you guys.
Now I gather like that nitty knotty or whatever it is. I mean, it looks like this is stuff that's been around forever, like centuries.
Definitely.
Just a simple little design that somebody could make without a whole bunch of machinery, and it gets the job done. Huh.
Yep. And the way you wind it on keeps it from getting tangled and.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you haven't even yet seen my hackles and my blending combs and my diz and all the stuff this is just the tip of the iceberg. You have no idea.
See, we should have her do a show with just all her stuff then.
Yeah.
All her knitting stuff.
Yeah. Okay, show on the big spinner now. Because that was cool to watch you do that.
My big spinning wheel.
Yeah, and I think it's beautiful what you're doing, and the fact that you can knit in and of itself is amazing to me because knitting is beyond me. I've tried that and it's just like no.
It's hard. Like I tried knitting and I hated it because I taught myself because I crocheted for years. And I taught myself how to knit. I hated it. Discovered I was knitting the wrong way. Figured a lot of stuff out. Watched a lot of tutorials on knit picks. then finally got the hang of it, and then I liked it a lot and got super into it. And then now I've kind of, I knit simple things that don't annoy me, because knitting is stressful for me. It can be. Crochet is easy. Crochet is a piece of cake.
Now the wheel is putting a pull on this, and so there's a rhythm that gets in sync with the wheel and the pull that it's doing.
Yeah, you get kind of a flow going,
Yeah. And then tell me what's happening with your hands there. The left hand is...
So let me see if I can get closer. Or can you zoom in better?
Yeah.
Okay, and we do have one question. Do you have a
Oops.
a drum carder?
I don't have a drum carder. Those are
Okay.
freakishly expensive. Like a basic one's like $800. It's insane. But I have carding combs, and I have a hackle and the hackle combs that go with, and I've blended, and then I've used a diz to take the fiber off. And I didn't bring that wool up. I have wool in the basement that I blended, and it's chunky, and I plan on making this one shawl, that I, it's on the list of things to make, a chunky winter shawl. Anyway, so here my fingers are making right here. This is called the drafting triangle, and it kind of looks like a triangle.
Yeah.
And then what you want to do is see how the fibers kind of twisted into it a little.
Yeah.
That's what grabs. So you have the twist go into it a little bit, and it grabs the fiber.
Oh, I see. So right here is where the magic happens.
Yeah. And how much you pull out, and see, I just lost it.
Oh.
Because I let it go too far, and I'm not spinning very fast either. So then, this is fun. You can watch how this is fun to watch. All right, ready?
Okay.
Here's the hook.
I'm gonna back out a little bit. Okay.
All right, this little hook, you stick it into the hole, grab your yarn, and pull it through.
All right.
Okay, now what?
Fun? Now I take my end that fell apart, right? So it's all kind of loosey.
Right.
It's a little twisted.
Yep.
And I take the fluff that hasn't been spun. I layer them together.
Okay.
And we're back in action that easy?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it just
that is
grabs,
neat.
and off you go.
Oh. And you said you weren't spinning fast enough, so it's easier the faster you go?
Well, no, because I'm spinning so thin. I wasn't doing the treadle fast enough to spin it around enough to make this spun enough. And then it got too loose and it broke apart.
Oh.
Because it was too loose. Because I use 2 feet, but my one side is squeaking. The leather, I keep fixing the leather bits are squeaking like crazy. Hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not using that foot, which means my spinning's a little off. And plus I was trying to show, I was being slow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm sure it's like anything. Yeah, I'm sure it's like anything.
Sparkle's more distributed evenly.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yes.
You can see how the pink and the white and the black kind of make a purplish looking.
Right, right. So you got some pretty blending in there. That's nice. I like the color that's coming out. I mean, the variegated was nice too, but.
Oh dear, hang on. Gotta move.
Leg cramp?
Come on. Okay, so the same bat.
Oh, yeah.
Where did it go?
Yeah.
The same bat is making 2 very different
Yeah.
depending on how you choose to play with the fiber.
Wow.
So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah. Now
It
is
is.
yeah a simple thing is roving like one of those like that big twisted thing of roving you had? Is that fairly cheap compared to
It
yarn?
depends what's
I
in it.
knew I knew that was the answer. I knew it.
So this one's $32,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
but it's four ounces, so it's only 4 ounces. So depending on how thick you spin it, depends on how much you get out of it.
Right.
So if you want to do like a whole sweater, and depending on how thick you'd need at least 2 pounds of wool, which
Oh,
can get
really?
pretty expensive.
Oh my.
Yeah,
That's 4 ounces.
yeah,
And you need 2 pounds to do a decent sweater.
probably about, yeah, depending on how
Wow.
thick you spun your wool and stuff. But yeah,
All right, Lynette wants to know, have you ever done cross stitch with your spun yarn?
not yet. And I've thought about it. I've thought about it. The thing is I don't know if I'd want to do it with just a single. I don't know. It could work with just a single. I might play with that. I've thought about, especially the silk. Now, you know how the people who doesn't Deb DeCrane, she does the Japanese silk, right?
Right.
Right.
And doesn't she say that she has to twist her own silk?
Yeah.
You get the filaments of silk, and then you put them on the needle and you have to spin it. She's spinning her own fiber
Yeah.
to make a thread.
That's right. She was showing that. Yeah.
Right.
Right. So
I
that's
I have to
basically the
comment.
same principle.
Have to comment. Sandy. I'm okay with some Zoom, but really tired of no face to face. I bet I've heard that from 6 people in the last 2 weeks. They're just really tired
Oh, yeah.
of communicating by screen with people. Yeah. Which
Mm-hmm.
which is what we're doing here. But no, I really yeah
Oh,
yeah people are yeah people want to be in the same room. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
this Russian thing here is like a top then. So you get that going and it just sits in that
Yeah.
little bowl and goes.
Yep.
Man, so cool.
See, now, Gary, you need to take that up. I can see you spinning. I could see you doing that because you don't have anything else to do.
Right, I'm
And
bored
you need all
still.
the wooden, and you have you need all the wooden tools.
See, that'd be the troubles. I'd want to collect all the wooden tools, all the handcrafted wooden tools.
Oh,
I'd never
yeah.
spin a thing. I just want to own the stuff. Oh yeah,
You
Yeah,
Deb.
you
should
could use
see
them for
what's out there.
decoration.
Yeah,
You
Deb's
wouldn't
saying
believe it.
silk suga. Silk suga is what they twist from. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's some sort of silk fiber that's much better quality than what I have here. But it's the same basic principle.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, Inherited Stitcher says maybe get some long staple mercerized cotton and spin up some singles and ply them.
I've not spun cotton or flax yet.
Okay.
I haven't done it. I just haven't really. I mean, now maybe it could be interesting.
Right.
Now that
But yeah,
Russian
I could
thing,
definitely
that Russian
get
thing to
enough out
get,
of this silk to cross
yeah,
stitch.
that Russian thing to really get some production out of it, it looks like there's some real skill to the spinning part, huh?
Once you get the flick and the hold down, it's real easy. I mean,
So she says.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
that requires too much coordination for
yeah.
me. I
Once you
just,
get the flick and the hold down, it's easy.
you
yeah,
should
it's
see when I
easy,
do
no problem.
the fiber, when I do the wool,
Uh-huh.
because this stuff you don't pre-draft. You spin and you let it pull out and draft as you're spinning. It pulls it. And
Oh,
as you spin, you let it take it and you let it pull and twist.
oh,
And you can get just a few fibers in there,
yeah. Wow. This is so cool.
Oh, yeah. I love spinning.
Okay, so do you weave, Jennifer? Now that that's the next question. Do you have like a
What?
loom?
Oh, yeah, I have a
Do you
loom for sure. I do. I
I
have
should have
not yet.
guessed.
Yeah.
I haven't woven any of my own hand spun yet, but part of the problem right now is I don't have any room to set it up because my husband is in the guest bedroom upstairs. And
Okay.
I've got a 24-inch loom. It's big, it takes up space.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've
Yes.
got a
And
loom. You know what I would love to do? I would love to weave big pieces of fabric with my hand spun and then like sew little basic simple stuffed animals out of it.
I could,
okay.
you,
Yeah.
you need a small storefront where you can just spread everything out and have shelves and everything. You would be in your glory.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Of course she has a loom,
Yeah,
Gary.
yeah.
Well yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
Oh,
why not? Uh, yeah, Deb.
I do
Yeah,
all
see,
the
Deb's
crafts.
got it. She needs a shop. She needs a big storefront space, all the lights, lots of floor
right.
space. Yep,
Right.
different
Doesn't have to sell
stations.
anything.
Right,
She could just be there and demoing
right. People
as people
people
walked
walk
by.
by. Yeah, they cram their faces against the window and watch her. Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh. And Sophie could join her and
right.
she'd have company.
Yeah, see, there's Sophie right now digging in her bed. Can you see her?
Oh, yeah.
What's she doing, Peanut? What's she doing, child? Oh, there she is. Oh, the precious. She was asleep. Sophie.
Oh,
She got a haircut and a tubby today, didn't you,
Uh,
baby?
but
We play beauty salon.
that would be really
hmm.
cool thing to have a storefront where you could just set up a bunch of stitching stations or whatever, and people could just come and go. Drop $10 in a bucket or something to pay the rent and the electricity, and just kind of be there nine to nine or whatever. Have a refrigerator. That could be a really cool thing to have.
Oh, yeah.
Cost you
Like,
a fortune, but whatever.
who was talking about that they wanted that? Wasn't that what's her name that you talked to recently? That she's renting the apartment, but she would like to have like a little.
Oh, Mary Corbett. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, that's effectively what she did when she rented that the townhouse or the house that she's at.
Right.
Same kind of thing. But I mean, she's running a business. I'm thinking about just hobby
Right.
people, just drop in and drop out, and um, bring
Yeah.
your stuff. Yeah, could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was
No,
ridiculously
Urian wants us
wealthy.
to have a house that has one of those big spaces over a garage, and
Yeah.
that would be my whole studio.
Right. Yeah.
And then he wants me
Mm-hmm.
to like keep everything in there. Like that's gonna happen.
Had to go one step too far, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, you know how you want to take your stuff down while you're watching Wheel of Fortune and stuff? You want
Yeah.
to do your stitching. But then
Yeah.
you're afraid it's going to turn into an area, right?
No, I know. I'm not afraid. I know, and
Well,
I'm
see,
not doing
that's
it.
what my living room is like. You should see my area. I have a crochet blanket. I have 3 cross stitch projects. It's like, and it's all
Right.
set up and it's all my little area.
Right. The little nest, the little
Yeah.
Yes.
stitching nest.
My husband gave up
Right.
years ago with that action.
Yeah, see, Deb's got it right. An art collective. There, that puts some sophistication to it.
Yes. Yes.
Not a rented storefront, but an art collective. Okay, now we got some
Oh,
culture
that's
into this.
yes. Yes. Actually, and there's someone I know who had kind of like a studio, and that's
Yeah,
what she did. She worked there, but then she had, like workshops.
yeah,
occasionally, not very often, I don't think. I think it was mainly just so she had her stuff somewhere else, not her
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough of that. I have to see all the rest of this needs pre-drafted because you have to pre-draft this stuff,
Okay.
and
And
it's big, and I have to sit down and just do it all at once
okay.
because it sticks, and so I'll do that later.
See, Deb's mapping it all out here. Get a grant to
Yeah,
pay the rent. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
University people, they know how to get money from others. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. All right. Well, that 20-minute little presentation was excellent, Jennifer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
thanks, Jennifer.
I asked how in depth you wanted me to go because I can like go.
Yeah, she texted me about an hour before the show. How much do you want done? And I said, oh, 20-ish minutes. Just give us the basics. Yeah, here that's okay. And then I said, if it goes a little over, it's okay. No. That
Mhm.
was
And
terrific.
it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It was fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find. It's gonna take forever. Anyway, and then like this hat. This hat's from Handspun Yarn.
Hmm.
That's great.
So you're not
Some of
screwing
the
around.
first
You're making
handspun
this
I
stuff.
did.
You're making this stuff and using it all the time. Then this isn't
Yeah.
just okay. Huh.
See?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It even
yeah,
fits.
there she goes.
Yep.
That's pretty amazing.
And I made the pattern up myself too.
Oh,
Sure. Of course you did.
of course, because she's Jennifer.
Right. I like to do my own thing.
Yep.
You know?
Yes.
Hey. Gotta admire that. Yep. All right. I think we're gonna call it there. Boy, that was fun, Jennifer. Thank you.
Cool, sure.
You still looking for a picture to show us, or are you just
Yeah.
cruising
It's
Instagram?
taking a second to scroll to the end of the Instagram. Hang on.
Okay. We can be patient. Okay,
Sure.
I set up my stitching tonight. Haven't put in a stitch. Beth, you've actually been working at it there.
Yeah, I had not too well. I think I removed stitches first, and the wind is really picking up
Oh, is
here.
it? Uh-oh.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so Cindy wants to know how you ply the yarn.
There's different ways you can do it. Sometimes I chain ply, which is where you do like a big kind of a it's kind of like a big crochet action where you take two strands and you pull a third one through like this, and then you ply those three together, and then they pull through, and then you pull up another loop. It's like making big gigantic crochet chains that you
Oh.
spin the three bits together.
Oh.
Oh.
So that's how you can do it with like one strand. Then you have the Lazy Kate, which you can have, two or three on here, and then all three of them together go together up into the hole and you spin them together. You can do it that way. Then the way I did it for the Russian stuff here, what you do is you take the silk and you take this and you hold them together and you wrap them around this spindle. Then you take a piece of cardboard, you spin the spindle, and you pull the cardboard up and it spins the yarn, and then you wrap it around this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole different way. It's pretty
All
cool.
right. Just a minute here. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, that's not the same one. Oh, never mind. Hang on. Oh, there's the finished product. Okay, we're getting close. My Instagram goes back for quite a few years, so. No. Yes, here it is. So here are pictures I took of my wildberry grape camping fluff in the wild while we were camping.
Oh, neat.
I positioned it in the wild, like, oh, look how pretty, it's camping.
Well, I can't. So,
Yes.
so you could spin while you were out camping.
Yeah. Where's the picture of Sophie? Oh, this is funny. I'm a mess. Here's me spinning out camping and in the camper. And look, there's sheeps. We saw sheepies. And there I
Perfect.
am.
So, so you just took it with you and did some spinning while you were out there.
Yeah. Because I'm crazy. All good. Let's see. Over here, I have the picture. Is this? No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Oh, I had those pictures here. Look at that.
Okay, haven't had to do it in a while, so figuring out how to block people that shouldn't be here is going to take longer
Oh,
than it's worth. So going to
Oh,
we're just gonna end this thing, and
oh, you missed
oh,
my.
okay,
Did you see him?
no,
My spinning in the wild.
oh, there we go, yeah, cool, yeah, okay, we're gonna end this, folks. Thanks so much all year long, the support, being here with us. Thanks to our sponsors and Beth and Jennifer and Cindy, and we're gonna bail out of here, and
yes.
we'll be back
Yeah,
on the
and
5th.
thanks for doing this, Gary. Thanks so much
Oh,
for doing these. We enjoy it.
more than glad. More than glad.
Yep,
All right.
it's
Thanks,
Yep.
fun.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.